Hi, I'm Tennille from The Big Creative, and I'm going to take you through some video making, creating tricks and tips that will hopefully ease your nervous energy around making a video. Obviously, you're spending a good 2 days coming up with this really amazing idea and concept, and the only way that we are able to really absorb that is through your video submissions. So I'm assuming that the people that are really great at video editing are probably not at this session, and that's fine. I might just show some light iMovie stuff at the end, but I really just wanted to show you some really fun things that you can do that you probably didn't realize that you could do from things like PowerPoint and Keynote. So my computer's going to cut over and you can actually just watch me as I'm sitting here now. So this is Keynote. I actually use a Mac, but it's the exact same thing if you've got a PowerPoint, which is quite similar in the way that it works. Both Keynote and PowerPoint these days is literally drag and drop. So you can open up a folder with all of your files for your presentation. I've put some files together here just for our video purposes of some stuff. And you can literally just drag and drop these in anywhere. You can also just drag and drop them directly onto these different screens here, and they'll actually show up as image files. I'm going to make a presentation today, and I'm going to talk you through the requirements of actually making a video at the same time. So when you are uploading and considering uploading your video, these are the things that you need to do in the creation process. We need to have the file size at about 500 megabytes to 700 megabytes. Please only upload it once. We actually had quite a few repeats of videos last night, and I'm sure that was just probably in the panic of getting it in. But if it is uploading, we will obviously appreciate it just coming through once so it doesn't block up the internet connection. When you're exporting your video, please make it HD, and that's a really important element because we're obviously broadcasting it and we want to show your idea in a really clear way. And the very last thing is to make sure that you really clearly explain the problem that you are trying to solve. When we get to the phase where we're actually streaming all of these video ideas and concepts, there'll be a lot of people involved in the sort of evaluation and judging process, and they may not have been really intimately absorbed and involved in the creation of your case study. So it's really important that your video spends the first 30 seconds to a minute actually explaining the problem in detail that you're trying to solve. Okay, so let's just kind of continue on with our little creation of this. So this again is still just in Keynote or PowerPoint. I'm just going to drag and drop a couple of photos in here, and I'm going to show you something really cool. Let's just put that one backwards, make this all white. For those people that are a little bit more advanced, this is something that I can actually show you that's really fun. You can actually also animate in Keynote. See, I've clicked the little animate thing here, and I can say add an effect, and I can actually put a typewriter effect on there. How cool is that? Preview it again, play, play, play. There is also the ability to record your audio. So once you've got a whole bunch of slides here ready to go, so you've just actually made a whole big PowerPoint presentation. I'm just duplicating slides so we can get the essence of things. Within PowerPoint and also within Keynote, you can actually find the record audio button, and it pops up like this. And you can push record and it will literally record you talking over the top of that slide. You can say, hi, I'm Tennille from The Big Creative. I love making videos and I love recording things about making videos. Push stop there. If I insert that, it's actually going to go into the video. Oh, my audio is probably down. Can you just put my audio up from your controller because it's coming through the main system? We'll come on to that one in a second. So let me show you another one of that. So audio record. My audio is actually going through the main recording system, so trust me, it does work. La da 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 da, information, insert creative ideas here. And you can pop it into that one. It's actually muted. I don't have control of my my sound. That's okay, I know what to do. Sorry guys. Here we go. It's just going to go through my mic now, but that's fine. And you can push record and it will literally record you talking. So you get the gist of that, right? So if I'm going to play that presentation, It's actually going to play that audio as well.
And you can push record and it will literally record.
Now this is the super cool part. Hold on to your hats. In PowerPoint or in Keynote, if you click File and Export, you can export a movie. And so you can actually just change the preferences here. I like to say move slides every 2 seconds if there's audio. And we know that the preset has to be on HD, so that's HD there. And you can click Next. And it's literally going to make that into a movie file for you. And your audio will actually be embedded in it. So when we watch it back in a minute, you'll actually hear me talking over the top of those little slides. One thing that's really important to also note as well is, like, over the last 3-4 weeks, I've been putting the most amazing little collection of photos together for you. And when I sent out the little tech sheet for you to go and get tech ready in your little swag boxes, it actually had the link in there to bit.ly Hack Media. And if you go into this little Dropbox, it's got so many resources in here for you to make your video. They're even sectioned off into your themes. You can go into this primary photo folder, and it's actually got, like, I don't know, 50 photos in there. There's videos of SDGs, there's island cams, the works. So feel free to just go in there and pull whatever content you need to make your video amazing. Let's flick back over and have a look at the video that we created. Here we go.
And you can push record and it will literally record you talking over the top of that slide. You can say, "Hi, I'm Tennille from the big..."
How cool is that? I'm going to show you something else that's quite fun as well. We've only got a few minutes to go. If you are completely lost and this is making absolutely no sense to you, I'm going to show you something really fun that will actually be, you know, your saving grace. Please don't do this if you're good at video editing, because I think the quality of the video is probably going to be quite important in us really getting and understanding what you're trying to communicate. But you can always actually start a video and do a video record in Zoom. So sometimes I might actually start a meeting with video, and I might actually not invite anybody to that meeting. So it's just me. Hello, hi me. There's actually a record button down here. You can record to your computer or you can record to the cloud. I'm just going to pick the cloud. Wait for it to start recording. And then you can actually share your screen. And you can share, for example, I'm just going to actually put the Keynote up so we can share to it. You can share, for example, your PowerPoint presentation at the same time, and you can talk to that as an actual presentation and explain it slide by slide by slide by slide, with you doing the audio over the top of it. You want to make sure that you obviously stop your recording. If you've put it into the cloud, it'll actually send you an email notification with how and where you can download that file. And that's probably your last resort though, to be honest with you. Now let's talk about a little bit more about sort of video editing in like iMovie or any type of video editing system that comes, you know, stock standard with your computers, your PCs or your Macs. This is really going to be your best opportunity to actually have a video that really kind of sparkles. And again, these things are so easy to use these days. I know that sometimes we get overwhelmed by them, but you can literally copy paste sections. You know, you can copy paste little bits of information that come literally from these preset fields of titles and tiles. You can dump it over the top of things. You can literally right click, or you can right click anywhere and split the clip and remove bits and pieces. In terms of audio, it's just as easy. So we've been obviously playing this audio quite a lot today. I know everyone's getting a little bit annoyed and probably a little bit sick of it, or maybe it's just us. But you can just literally drag and drop that in there and then so I've made that in 2 seconds. So don't get overwhelmed. Just work out who in your team is actually going to be responsible for making the video, and obviously ensure that it's the person within the team that's probably, you know, got the highest skill set to do that. And then, you know, just ensure that you're giving yourself a lot of time to create this video. If it was me within your team environment and I was responsible for that, I would already be making it. So as the ideas are coming out and as people are starting to kind of really, you know, collaborate and decide on a direction and a concept, I would already be trying to put that into some type of a video format like from today. So you're not sort of scrambling to do that tomorrow. Okay, so in terms of Windows, I mean, that Keynote thing that I just showed you is also for PowerPoint as well. The Zoom obviously works across both Windows and Mac. So you can use both of those on both of those solutions. I've got another question here. I'm just trying to read it. Is Keynote only available for Mac? We did that. Should we source our own images for the presentation? That's a great question. I don't think you really need to. A lot of the images that I've put into those resource files have actually been pulled from the case studies. So when you're actually looking at your case study and you kind of scroll down, a lot of the case studies had associating photos, and so those photos may or may not have been published within the case study essence. They may actually just be an actual, link to them. So I think go and explore that Hack Media link. You'll find so much stuff there. There is a really cool website for free photos called unsplash.com. It is amazing. It's royalty-free content and it's beautiful photos. It just doesn't have a huge collection of things, and sometimes you need to try to find a new way of searching something for it to come up. But go in and sort of check that out and see if you can find anything from there. Okay, and I think that's me done. All right, good luck, and I can't wait to see your videos tomorrow. Thanks.